Hey everyone, this is Lona here, back with more FGO Sin. We're gonna continue with this sinful place where sin doesn't seem to exist. And we're gonna see if I can defeat this motherfucker this time. Archer we're gonna use, I think. Because the one that is important to deal with first is Changju, because if I have archers, for example, they are resistant to Saber, aka Lanling, and all of that. But the Berserker will just fuck over everything. So I'm gonna go with an archer. Ooh, smug. Ooh. Dude, that's nice. Damn. That's rad. That's rad, dude. That's rad. And then we're gonna have... You know what? I have this one. Foreigner. And I want to use other archers. Yeah, that would be good, right? Because he's counted as an dude, right? Changju. At least I hope he's counted like that. If not, I will be sad. Okay, I'll do it. Let's see. No effect. Mama's there, giant baboosh. Yeah. When you don't have the power. Ah, you all cost too much. I'm gonna go with Rage Eric, because why the fuck not? Okay. Yes. Gonna see how this is gonna go this time. This time though, I don't need to read. We're gonna jump right into battle on camera a little bit. So I'm in the center, you know. Oh god. But yeah, kill, because the best is also that Lanling doesn't have an offensive. Well, his MP is still offensive, you know, because it buffs up your allies and all that fucking insanity. But he doesn't hurt, you know, do direct damage like Changju do. God damn it, you have so much fucking HP. It's effing ridiculous. I already forgot that. Fuck me. Fuck me. Man, I'm terrified that he will fucking murder everyone right away, because that's Changju in a fucking nutshell. Rainbow! It's so pretty! Okay, he's already do so much fucking damage, it's ridiculous. Oh god. I'm afraid that he will instantly kill Abby anyway. Oh, holy power! Garden of Babylon, please. Using my bald forehead. Oh, I forgot she removed buff! That's really good. Oh god, please, Uriel, stun the shit out of him. Please, please, Uriel. Stun his horse nuts. Right in between his legs. He didn't get his shit. Oh no, he's immune against those, isn't he? Ah, fuck. I didn't think of that. Oh, not a critical up. Yeah, of course it doesn't work. I need every ounce of fucking defense I can get here, because holy shit. He hurts so fucking much. Please don't tell me you need to take him down 3 times like this. This HP pool is fucking ridiculous. I really hope not. Nice. Oh, I had a Oh! Oh! I didn't realize that. Ah, well. Hey, I forgot I had a different one here. Oh, shit. Right in the horse balls. Yo! Oh my god! Yo! Thank you, baby raptors! Oh! Oh! Yes! Oh my god! Oh god! I'm so... Oh! I am happy with... Oh. Okay. Oh! Oh my god. Oh. Talk about sweet baby raptors. I want a velociraptor or something like that as a servant. Wouldn't we be able to do that like Jurassic Park? That would be neat. Shit! Oh! Mind the language, Da Vinci! The enemy reinforcements are almost here. Guess we were too late. That's enough, both sides. Lay down your arms. Okay. You know, just popping off my arms like a fucking Lego figure. Nani? Look, dude, that is literally the face. I don't need to say. This is literally the face of someone that doesn't get their waifu on fucking gacha. This is how I feel and look like when, you know, you roll for gacha and you don't get what you want. Come on, am I the one? But we almost got them. Stand down, Akuta Hinako. The Emperor commands it. And I was told the fight's gonna be even worse than this. What's the meaning of this, Your Imperial Majesty? I thought you were sending King Liang Yu and her army as reinforcement. Indeed, I was. I ordered to find Akut and Chaldea and lend her aid to whichever side was... What? 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 You're kidding me? You're still being merciful to Chaldea? How many times do I have to tell you? These barbarians are a threat to your entire empire. Barbarian, is it? It seems you've forgotten what we told you. So far as we're concerned, you and Akut are every bit as barbaric as these Chaldeans. Be that it may, we are beginning to get a clear picture of matters here. The quarrel between you, Akut, and Chaldea has nothing at all to do with us. You merely hope to use our territory as a stage to settle this quarrel. And so we are taking our time to assess... Yes, ass! Yeah. to determine who truly benefits our empire. Oh, so we can start working with him? Okay, that's a bit different. That's a bit different. For once, they're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe we can work with Chaldea, because they seem to be like strong. Except that Master Lanok, because he's crying all the time. That fucking bitch, baby. And who's merely a useless interloper.
Well, of course, Akut and I have been useful to you, right, Your Imperial Majesty? We came here to serve the Empire in this hour of need.
Ah, yes, that reminds us. What is this dire threat our empire faces? Is it the Chaldeans who are stumbling like drunkards? Is it an invasion of Changyang, my capital city? What say you, Han Xing? Dude! Peacock guy, really? Have it done.
No, Your Imperial Majesty. The area that poses the greatest danger to the Empire lies outside the massive, impenetrable storm. I speak because of the entire rest of the world. It is now cut off from Your Imperial Majesty's blessing.
Then what is currently our most pressing need?
That would be information about the world outside the storm.
Dude, I would actually like to see this guy as a servant. That would be cool. Wait, will we get him too? That would be neat.
And not by taking a stranger's word, but sending out soldiers you know and trust.
Good. That is precisely what we have planned. We would expect no less from one of our most loyal retainers. Very well, how might we go about sending soldiers into the storm to investigate? I know the ones who came here! On their own will be much help! Whatever ability that can come from the world is most likely something you can only use on themselves. Hey, where's my teeth? I lost my teeth. I just imagine him flapping and his teeth flying out, you know, like this old prosthetic teeth and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I know he would fucking annihilate me with like one punch, no problem at all. But here I have the power, for now at least. And what of the more recent arrivals in our domain?
The Chaldea seems to have crushed the storm using some kind of strange vehicle. So if we had that vehicle, we should be able to do the same, theoretically. We would need to learn how to use the vehicle, if not how it was built and how it functioned. But once we do, it should serve to transport the Empire's armies to the world outside.
Oh shit!
This Emperor's good. That's surprising. Mother clarity with the biggest small picture. This Emperor. Yes.
Yeah, get that, Korean Chihuahua. There you have it. Chaldean has as much more valuable bargain ship than either you or Ooh! If you wish to negotiate with us, you will need to offer something of far greater value at Tayunskaya.
My name is Koyanskaya. Are you sure you aren't doing this on purpose, Your Imperial Majesty?
Of course. We thought we were doing you a kindness, as you're surely dislike being called by the name you deserve. Dude, I like him. He'd spare no fucking, like, shield towards her. Or would you prefer we forgo all consideration and call you Daji, fox woman? Kidney blow.
He was completely unarmed.
Dude, never underestimate someone that is unarmed. Makes me think of my very old OC. Actually, one of my absolute first characters I made for an RP. He was so because we misread the rules in the book, he became kind of OP, aka he literally went in fisticuffs with dragons. He killed like the biggest fucking dragon in 5 punches. And that was not to the head, it was to his torso. He does massive amount of damage, like ba 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 ba. Oh yeah, here comes an Hydra. And this dude like 2 punches in the chest and he dies like. He was so broken that even the DM in one adventure, when they tried to actually, get him imprisoned, because, I mean, obviously you could say, you're in prison, okay, but, we played a game, and he literally couldn't do, and he couldn't just make random soldiers that was, like, so OP that he could just do him in, and he was like, completely broken. You grossly underestimate our intelligence, as well as our Imperial Guard's proficiency in Kung Fu. We are almost offended.
She must have thought this was still the same China she enjoyed doing with as she pleased. Anyone said something? Is that you, Daddy?
Dude, he's such a bad... I really do like him. He's so cool. And I don't know why, but I could easily see Lee Chauvin like in the old Jackie Chan movie from like the 80s, 70s. Like, wow! Now then, let us begin our negotiation anew. Shit, man. Hello there, loyal soldiers and people of Chaldea. We trust you can hear our voice.
Who said that? Your mama?
Oh. I think it's come from Master Shield. Oh no, Master Shield became sentient. The voice of an empire is heard of all its citizens. No matter where they may be, it will find them just as surely as the sun's rays. In this case, we are merely focusing a magnetic beam upon that girl's shield, thereby causing it to vibrate. Oh! I mean, that is technically what sound is. Well, speech, vibration, and of course, how our lips and tongue, stuff like that. We could use anything of sufficient rigidity, but we assume you prefer your skulls not rattle directly. Dude. That's... Oh man, imagine the IQ dropping from that. The voice of an empire? Then does that mean... We are prepared to hand over this Koya something or other person you have been seeking so desperately.
The Beacon-Skyer?
Correct. However, in exchange, you must agree to let us examine that vehicle of yours in detail. Accept this condition, and we will guarantee your safe conduct in these lands. No one will dare to threaten you while you're under our protection.
Nani? Your Imperial Majesty, what are you saying?
Akuta Hidako. If you had shown yourself capable of capturing that vehicle unharmed, we would not have resorted to these measures. But you have all but trumped your intention of leaving not so much as a trace of Chaldea behind. You fought to destroy them, Shadow Border and all, despite being fully aware that is not what we desired. Ow. Still, the foxwoman aside, you have your uses, so we will treat you accordingly. We will not punish you merely for acting against our wishes. However, know that if you insist on continuing to war with Chaldea, you will face the White Cavalry spear.
Oh, spare me, please! No, not like that! Not like that! Stab it! Be warned, if my Emperor commands it, I will show no mercy.
Are you gonna spear me? Or no mercy? Whatever.
What would you have me do, Master? You have little choice but to accept this, for now.
Very well then, Chaldea. Now that we have all had time to calm down, what is your answer? Oh, and do note that our audio is not as crisp as our video. When you wish to speak to us, make sure that you face directly upwards and raise your voice. For our part, just having another option for existing your predicament is more than we could ever hope for. Even that option may cause other problems down the road. At this point, I believe capturing Koya and securing an entity is far and away our highest priority. Though of course Miss Lana will need to make the final call.
Huh? Not me?
Poor.
Let's just keep our position to ourselves for now. Besides, that voice is speaking to Lano. And I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be happy about being interrupted.
Yeah. When do we get Gordolf as servant? I would fucking love that. Dude, make him a pseudo-servant or something like that, an alternative Gordolf or whatever. I would love to see that. That would be cool, I think.
Good. A most reasonable answer. Now then, let us be certain of one thing before we begin to make arrangements. Do you know who we are?
You're Julius Caesar.
You're King Shi Huang, the first emperor of Qin. Right, you are.
I wonder what would happen if you picked the other one.
For we might need to explain all that in excluding detail. We are relieved to see that these concerns were baseless.
Very well then, now that you know you properly understand our eminence, let us proceed.
To begin, Qin Liang Yu there has brought with her a number of engineers. You will admit them along with their equipment aboard the Shadow Border.
How do we know they won't break anything?
Very well then, we will have our engineers conduct their work entirely under Kalia's supervisions. However, be aware they will not cease their investigation until they are satisfied with the results. We trust you can work together in good faith. Any other questions?
Where are you speaking to us from?
Yeah, and I thought I heard you say something terrifying about magnetic beams.
Yeah. Couldn't it literally like just magnetic shadow ball like doink? And I'm like, you know, like one of these in scrap yards where you know these big magnetic fucking things like lifting everything up, and we're like, oh fuck!
And speaking from directly above you, of course. Turn your head upwards and it should be abundantly clear.
Wait, is the town floating above us?
Oh, it's that thing.
Wait, is that like a fucking landline? But he can send in radio waves from that shit? Cool.
Yes, the Great Wall. The Great Wall? But I thought that was built on the ground. The ground? Oh, you mean that thing we want to use to keep the Huns away? Just how out of date is your knowledge of China? There's not been a Great Wall on the ground as our empire absorbed all other nations.
But how would we know? Because for us, as at least I don't remember seeing China having this weird thing flying above the sky. Then again, I haven't checked, so maybe someone else that lives in China knows. I'm just very curious.
Does that mean this empire no longer has any foreign enemies? Correct. This entire planet is now our domain. As such, any outside barbarians that might pose a threat would have to come from beyond the sky. Naturally, we could not merely sit around waiting for such hostile visitors to arrive, or it would be too late to defend against them, so we decided to fortify our defense ahead of time. This great feat of architecture was built over the course of 300 years. Perhaps you know that original Great Wall's name meant the 10,000 li long castle. Well, this is far longer.
Yeah, if you're gonna say so, that is actually like a wall to ward off space invaders. What?
If we were to measure it in li, it would be 131,424 li in length.
Okay, how far is 1 li? I mean, I assume we measure in like rock lees. Oh, wait, what? 1 li is 50,000 centimeters? Or, well, 500 meters? Wait, will be 131,000. Okay, I'm actually curious, so I'm gonna write it here. 132,424. Okay, how many meters is that? A little bit over 66 million meters. How many kilometers is it? 66,000. Oh god. That's very long. Conclusion, it's very fucking long. I hope I got the right measurement, but yeah, it is long.
Man, where do I even begin picking that apart?
Let's say in space development in the 18th century? That's preposterous as Gandhi dropping an atomic bomb.
Dude, don't say that. Now I want to see in Servant there is Gandhi dropping atomic bombs. Will that happen? That would be... Dude, imagine that in, like... if we are in, like, in Lostbelt or in Singularity or something like that in India, and Gandhi is there, like, dropping atomic bombs. Or Yoga fire.
We admit we did believe that the only possible threat to our empire might come from the stars. But we must say, even we did not expect to face one from this particular nature. Indeed, it was a great shock to see those impenetrable storm clouds, if that is even what they are, suddenly appear around this area of China. We no longer receive reports from the parts of the Great Wall that extend beyond China. The only parts that seem to function are those above China. The light of our glorious ones encompassed the entire globe, but now those accursed storm clouds have severed us from our own world, plunging it back into darkness. This is a tragedy. Without our guidance, our people will regress back to the state of chaos and violence.
Sure about that, they are pretty fucking dumb, so they seem like they're gonna dirt their way through, but again, I guess.
Dudes, we must once again bring peace and harmony to the rest of the world.
That's why you want the shadow border?
Yes, that said, that single vehicle alone is insufficient to our purpose.
Oh my god, imagine building an armada of these.
We'll need to produce vast quantities of them, and of greater size capable of carrying much larger cargo, and so we shall require blueprints.
Oh, so that's why you want us to let your engineers analyze it?
Given that you are able to pass through a storm that permits no physical interference whatsoever, we assume you are able to pass through void space.
How do you know those things? I'm impressed. I can't believe you figured that out at a glance.
We understand the theory, of course, but cannot imagine how it was actually achieved, and so we wish to learn how this conveyance was constructed. Ideally, we would like to confiscate it and disassemble it to be furry, but this would be a great inconvenience to you, would it not? So we are willing to compromise and simply work with data alone. Consider this a display of our benevolence.
Next arm is...
I hear Sakut and the Foxwood have told us some nonsense about Lostbelt and pruning of theoretical phenomenon. If you insist upon feeding us the same lies, we may lose our temper.
Now would be a great time to stop talking, Lano.
Ow! Aye. There's no point in guessing why you visitors speak of the outside world in such vague generalities. We will make our own judgment once we have seen past the storm wall for ourselves. May I ask you something, your Imperial Majesty? Did a strange tree happen to appear in this land around the same time as the storm? Specifically, a tree of light, so large it reached up to the sky. What an odd question. Does such a thing often appear out of nowhere in your world?
Yeah, you know, random light trees appear randomly. That's how it works.
We see you still hiding something from us, Akuta. Well, no matter. We are well aware she has come cards yet to play. No doubt they have something to do with her difference with you. Her interest, though, lies solely in maintaining peace in our empire and reclaiming its territories. We have no intention of becoming involved in disputes between visitors. Only those disputes become something that affect us. Unless... Now then, let us be candid. You are inquiring about the Tree of Light. The answer is no. Our sight extends to all of China, and we have observed nothing of the sort.
All of China, huh? It seems like you don't stand on formality too much. I'm just gonna ask. Are you sure you don't mind speaking with us directly like this, Your Imperial Majesty?
What do you mean?
Well, most people in a position like yours like to, you know, dress up their negotiations a bit, right? They like to trot out intermediaries and representatives alike, usually make a point never to meet face to face. I mean, drawing a firm line between himself and the lesser people by refusing to speak to them directly is a big part of nobles like to demonstrate the difference in status, right?
Yeah. Fuck noble people, man. Nobles, oh, shut up. What a strange thing to say at this point. We see in Joel monarchs are so insecure that they refuse even to permit themselves to be seen for fear of something less than perfect. Tell us, does the sun seek to hide from the public eye? Does the moon hide itself from people's gaze? I mean, there's a reason why we have sunshades. Nailed it. Or does that not count? We are the Emperor, the Child of Heaven, the celestial existence who reigns over all our citizens. That is why we permit them audience. Just as the sunlight bathes every corner of earth, so does our glory shine upon every person in this world who looks up to us. Still, we suppose that if the sun looked the same as anyone else, it may feel a need to put on a bit of a show to emphasize its power and status.
And you don't mind me letting see your face?
Now what you going on about? You have been gazing upon my visage for some time now.
Nani?
Well, we suppose you cannot see us with your naked eyes, not with the horizon in the way. But you have still been observing us with those mechanical birds of yours, have you not? Indeed, our eyes have met number of times.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. We've been observing Xiangyang from a distance, yes, but...
What? Then you stared at us without realizing who this is. How insolent. We suppose you could not help your ignorance, but now that you know, you should be more careful.
Wait, hang on. Are you telling me that's the flown above Xiangyang is?
Yes, that is us.
What?
This holy vessel is the result of us abandoning our earthly body as it could only deteriorate and imbuing all our authority within this machine in its state. And I love the music playing, like, in the 2200 years that have passed since this body has grown and expanded along with our nation, and now we shall never touch the ground again. Still our grandeur is ready appearing in this form, making it easy for our people to understand. We are the first and last emperor, the immortal ruler who shall reign over this world for all eternity. We are Qin Shi Huang. Dude, say what you want, but man, he got class. Damn. Boy. Oh man, that's good stuff. That's good. Internal gears. Whatever turns your gears on, man. Oh god. We're gonna fight a saber. Okay, I guess. But who's the rider? Red hair? Could it be red hair? Oh, you're gonna fight red hair. Oh man, Meteor, you damn MP5. Oh my god. I need to borrow this one. Why you so strong, man? Why you heavy? God damn. Oh my god. I'm gonna go with Silver Daddy. And we can go with that's because I can. Oh my god. See, as I said it, Meteor, I'm just oh man, I still baffled by that. Holy shit. That's amazing.
Man, of all the ways the Emperor to obtain immortality, that just didn't even occur to me.
Yeah, me neither, actually. Oh.
So after finding Nez's remains in the Shang Dynasty ruins, The Emperor must have worked out some sort of cybernetic breakthrough way back in the BC era.
What? In the BC era? Holy shit!
No wonder the technology in these Lostbelt is so topsy-turvy.
So the Emperor must have abandoned the Senran aspiration and found a way to attain immortality another way. Senran? The Senran were Taoist mountain sages, or hermits if you like, who sought eternal truth. They were also perfecting their bodies, thereby achieving eternal youth and life. In proper human history, the first Emperor of Qin attempted to become one of such Senran through an immortal elixir made with Chinese alchemy.
But as it happened, repeated long-term use of this elixir only resulted in fatal mercury poisoning. Alchemy has always been a great deal with more trial and error than success.
Oh god.
No matter who it was practiced. Where it was practiced. But in this Lostbelt, the same Emperor must have given up on alchemy in favor of technology based on Nesa.
Well, Prince Nesa's body was still created by Senran, so it's not as though that represented too big of a divergence from the path. But the decision to surrender human form and grant one only mind immortality cannot have been made lightly.
Yeah, and that brings up the question, does that mean that he's alive or not? Does it mean that if the body is alive but your brain is dead, are you alive or are you not? It's like Soma all over again. Huh?
From there, the Emperor was able to stamp out dissent in the rest of China and continue ruling the resulting empire at the height of its power. Conquering the rest of the world seems only a matter of course.
Yes, well, as much as I can say I approve of that, but I'm glad this Emperor turned out to be such a reasonable fellow.
How is he reasonable?
Indeed, it was a most unexpected development.
I mean, sure, that is reasonable, but, you know, he literally uploaded his brain into the Skynet and now controls the world. A bit scary. Sorry, I got crap in eye.
I never would have guessed that this Lostbelt's ruler would sever ties with its crypt in favor of negotiating with us.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
That said, what do you make of the request to examine the shadow border in exchange?
It's definitely a risk. I mean, we didn't do so much as tell other Lostbelt factions that Zero Sale is even a thing. The Russian and Scandinavian Lostbelt both seem to have their hands full with their own affairs. But China is different.
Quite so. This empire is under the impression that the rest of the world is part of its domain, and that the storm is responsible for severing their ties to the rest of the land. They see this situation an unprecedented disaster, much like we did with proper human history being wiped out of existence.
Maybe we're gonna fight monsters? Just random thought.
I wonder what they would think if they saw the world outside the Lostbelt.
I guess angry.
Yeah, their potential reaction is a key. There are several Lostbelt, but only one Earth. It's a recipe for the biggest crappiest game of musical shares ever.
Yeah. Oh, damn. That is pretty brutal, man. That's pretty dark.
Is there no way for all these different civilizations to coexist? Instead of existing as parallel worlds, they all have fight to exist on the same Earth. So the Lostbelt aren't preoccupied with just scrapping by eventually going to have fight others if they want to expand their territory further.
Yeah, he did.
So the Cryptos, Team A are competing with each other at the same time they're fighting proper human history. Why would Kishtar choose this?
Space aliens. Aliens.
We have insufficient evidence to come to any conclusion about his motives, so let us leave that aside for now. The salient point is that the moment is that all the Lostbelt will eventually be competing with each other for survival.
Right, and while proper human history may be at a disadvantage with all this terrible territory gone, there's still one thing we have that the Lostbelt don't.
Of course, the shadow border. And because of that, we're still the only ones with the ability to say between Lostbelt as we please, but
if one of the Lostbelt had the border, they had a serious leg up over the others, huh? And I can't believe that this King Shi Huang was thinking that far ahead.
Indeed, though all of this is assumed that China does indeed have all other nations under its rule.
Then King Shi Huang ventures outside this Lostbelt. The first move they will make will be to go and attack against other Lostbelt rather than Chaldea.
This could be our big chance to swoop in while other sides are weak for face and take the prize for ourselves.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Gordolf. An outcome we need to be concerned about is King Shi Huang gaining an overwhelming advantage thanks to the Shadow Portal's technology. Yeah, you know, considering that and then being able to transfer his troops, and since he have like all these legendary heroes like kind of frozen in, oh, what? Tifa. You're going to claim the entire planet as their own.
Right, if that happens, we'll be responsible for creating the biggest threat to restoring proper human history ourselves. And there's no way to tell how it will play out until we open the lid on this figurative Pandora's box.
Let's just open it. What can happen?
So no matter what we'll do, we'll take a big risk.
There's also the possibility that we may become collateral damage when the Lostbelts begin to battle one in earnest. Still, while we cannot rule that outcome out definitely, it's far enough away that we can worry about it later. In the meantime, our most pressing concern by far is finding an antidote for Director Gordolf and Miss Lano.
Yes, exactly, Holmes. I always knew you had a kind heart deep down underneath your gruff detective exterior.
Well, I guess we can't deny that Tub here is in trouble. If they really do hand Sky over as promised, does that mean we have one less thing to worry about? Well, in one sense, yes. But having Sky as a prison will create other very serious problems. If anything, it only further raises the question of how we will go about settling matters in this one. Can we just get that though and like execute her? She's a servant, isn't she? Like, can't we do that? Just saying. And then there is the fact that we still can't find its tree of emptiness. Indeed, I was surprised to learn that not even King Shi Huang knew about it.
Does that mean Hinako doesn't know either? What I'm saying, of course she does. I mean, it's her job as a cryptid to protect this world's tree of emptiness with her life.
Quite so, her behavior has been most peculiar from the very beginning. But both Cadogan and Ophelia formed alliance with the Lostbelt rulers, and share the goal to expand their territory in the future. But there in China, the only one who seemed interested in territory expansion is King Shi Huang. It even seemed as though Akuda was trying to hold King Shi Huang back. Maybe she tried, you know? Yeah, the only thing that seemed to interest her was wiping us out. That's true. I got the sense that she wanted to dispose of us before King Shi Huang started paying attention to the outside world.
I can't tell if she's being reactive or proactive.
So hey, this might be a little late by now, but are we sure it's okay to talk about this stuff in here? I mean, King Shi Huang keeps an eye on all of China, right? How do we know the Emperor is not listening to us right now? We have made the walls full of cork. That keeps the sound off.
True, the thought of the Emperor peeping on us from low orbit is more than a little creepy. But the flip side of that is all the Emperor can do. We should still assume our heat sinks are visible, even with a roof in the way. But as far as audio concerned, the Emperor mentioned that the quality isn't good, and we can only be heard when we are looking up and raising our voices. I know, because I tried yelling a bunch of obscenity at the Emperor when I was in the cockpit.
Oh my god.
So that's what all the stuff all Jesus cyberpunk ripoffs and 80s leftover was.
Dude, I would love to see that animated, see like Da Vinci just sitting there, she before and all, and just cursing at the sky, like, what the fuck?
Anyway, having the Emperor constantly watching us at all time would get annoying, so I made this.
Some weird helmet. Nani?
A stealth module for your new mystic coat.
Wow.
I tried modeling it off for Robin Hood's No Face Make King. Just think of it as a streamlined portable bounded field.
That's amazing. When did you have time to make that?
Thanks, but it's really not quite as impressive as it may sound. There are lots of stability issues and other kinks to work out.
But I will not kink shame.
If the mana level in the atmosphere are too dense, or it's really hot or really cold, it falls apart like a house of cards. So that means it would be pretty useless in other two lost spells we've seen.
I see, but when one considers how stable this Lostbelt environment is, it becomes clear how useful such a module would be here.
Oh, it also focuses on precision over area of effect, so it won't hide you from someone close by. But since we don't have to worry about long-range spying here, it would work perfectly in this case.
What the? This young just learned something else of us?
Let's go check out Master.
Ah, man. Alright, cut some fucking records. A benefaction? Our village got a benefaction?
Most glorious and majestic Heavenly Emperor, wish to thank you for your hospitality to our otherworldly visitors. Be grateful for this blessing. Oh, thank you, most glorious and majestic Heavenly Empire. Thank you. Benefaction, I remember now. They said that was those rocks that I usually used to deliver. Man, you're so lucky. I can't wait till I'm growing up and can get benefactions too.
You make kids now together?
We do, but they usually don't work as well when you're little as when you're grown up. They should have done for me. So I want to try mine and see what they're like for yourself, miss? Here you go.
Look like medicine? No, it's in your head that makes you feel really good, like a dream come true. Opioids? Are they sharing out opioids? Is that what they're doing? Tifa, why are you pink? Snoop Dogg knew it all along. Is that so? Give it. Hey, Holmes! Rest assured, I'm not speaking solely out of personal desire. Don't you think a drug is worth analyzing? This could be some sort of technology unique to this Lostbelt that has no counterpart in proper human history.
So this benefit isn't money then? Of course not. I doubt this farming village even has a monetary economy. Then again, the fact that we've seen so much agriculture would suggest some economy activity.
What if their crops yield tremendous surplus every year without fail?
Is that even possible?
In our world, using methods of agriculture which we are familiar with, no. But things may work differently in this world. Take a look at the wheat they grow, and it was like nothing I ever seen. In fact, I can't even be certain it's wheat. All I can say for certain is that it has been heavily modified. Yeah, they have been giving me over this bitch. Perhaps the seemingly primitive form of agriculture is actually far more advanced than we have been given credit for. We have been given credit. Even though these farmers don't even have so much as a single tractor? Perhaps the method is so advanced they have no need for machines.
Why don't you analyze the wheat along with the shaded drug then? You might just learn something.
I cannot say that wheat is nearly as interesting as a drug. Yeah, I know, but come on, Holmes. But now that we no longer need to look for a kind of sky, I suppose I could spare the time. Dude, we're gonna find Holmes in his cockpit like fucking stoned, are we? Isn't it Kwang Shi Huang's?
Hi there, the engineer just went on break. The vehicle's like your home away from home, right? Sorry you can't use it during our investigation. Are you finding everything to your liking in our camp in the meantime? Yes, it's very pleasant here. The air is so clean and fresh too. It's so nice to have a place outside our vehicle where we can relax. We didn't really have that in the other world. The other places we've been to.
Fuck.
I'm glad to hear it, although I haven't introduced myself yet. King Liang Yu, a general of the Empire.
I kind of like her cloak, you know, with a like clouds on inside like that. That's pretty neat.
King Liang Yu.
You know her, Holmes? In proper human history, she existed about 400 years ago. She is famous in China for being the only female general in recorded history. That aside, the fact that you're still alive in this day and age is a great surprise to us. Did King Shi Huang make you immortal too, by any chance?
Of course not. I was just permitted to sleep in Mount Li after my accomplishment in the Boshu Rebellion. In the Empire, any warrior who makes a name for themselves is put to rest in times of peace, and is only awakened again when they are needed.
So you employed cryogenic freezing. Then I presume there is no need to keep a standing army there.
Was Xiangyang frozen in Mont Li too?
Young Yu? Ah, I see, so you call that thing...
Oh god.
That thing? No, that thing is just a valuable relic. It's one of the most glorious and Majesty Heavenly Emperor's most impressive accomplishment, which is saying a lot.
Well?
It's both one of the cornerstones of the internal empire, and monument, but you can see it's not a living soldier. You could say it's an ancestor to the mechanical army.
So King Shi Huang's army is composed of those dolls. And your commanders from the past were unfrozen in order to lead them.
Of course, I'm also told that the royal guardian Xiangyang always assembled from soldiers of the current era. I even heard that their elites have received instruction in stage arts from the most glorious and majesty Heavenly Emperor in person.
Dude, saying that, isn't that... Man, that's a tongue twister.
But King Shi Huang has no need to keep a full army on hand at all. The mechanical soldiers are more than sufficient, and the general need to lead them can always be summoned from the quarters of Mount Li. It's been a long time since I was frozen myself, and I'm also told there hasn't been a sort of disturbance for the last 100 years.
Ah, pretty cool. Ah, yes, I did this heroic stuff, and then I'm being turned into frozen popsicle. Yeah! Life. So you're saying war has been eradicated from this world?
Even me, when I was a young girl, well, it was only ever something I read about in those history books. I mean, wars can only be fought between countries, right?
No.
But there haven't been any countries beside our empire for over 800 years. The only reason I took up the spear was to help put down revolts.
Then Qin Shi Huang had achieved dominance over the world by the 13th century.
We started implementing gunpowder well before any other country, so no nation was able to oppose us.
Yeah, that can I imagine was really hurting.
The discovery of the Fusang tree was a big help too, as it helps make you leap in on medical science.
Fusang tree? Huh? Okay, Google that. Sang tree. Let's see. Fusang refers to several different entities in ancient China's literature, often either a mythical tree or mysterious land in the east. A poetic name of Jap. Oh! The classic mountain. Okay, so it's a mythical. Oh, okay, that's pretty neat.
It's all thanks to the most glorious. Ah, fuck this, I'm gonna call him Peacock. Embodying mortal flesh in favor of a whole undying vessel.
What's the Fusang tree? Oh. Maybe that is why the body that the Peacock had now, it kind of looks like a cotton spore or something like that. So maybe that's what. Maybe that is actually what it is. It's the tree.
I'm told it's embodiment of the sage secrets, a treasure trove of hidden mystic wisdom. Others know it's the tree of life. Peacock discovered it while searching the sage world for the secrets to immortality. Does that mean Queen Shi Huang really did manage to become a sage? No, Peacock had already achieved immortality through the whole vessel before discovering the Fusang tree. They say that the Emperor chose to remain in metal form rather than ascend to heaven, because it was a better way to lead a nation. Still, it took over 300 years to complete the search, and it wouldn't have been possible without abandoning the shackles of immortality. In the end, the Emperor decided to use the sage knowledge of medicine to improve the people's lives. With all manners of diseases, hunger, and pestilence eradicated, and our soldiers' strength enhanced through the elixirs, no other countries stood a chance against us.
Oh man, so you dope your troops and have gunpowder? Yeah, everyone else is pretty fucked.
Sage are based biochemistry.
That reminds me, isn't that rather unnecessary large plot of farmland for this number of residents?
You think? I suppose everyone does have their hands full during the harvest. But the wheat grows on its own the rest of the time, so it doesn't seem too much work to me.
So they're just keeping on.
Oh.
Is that so? I do beg your pardon. I merely thought that all this wheat might result in quite a surplus given how many people lives here.
Perhaps you take more than half of the harvest as form of taxation. Of course, everything the village can't eat is taken to Xiangyang.
I see, then I suppose Xiangyang must be an immensely populous city.
No, not especially. Ah, now I see it. I take it wheat is still only grown for food in your world.
Yes. That's what we know. What? Oh, fuck that. Well, maybe they do that to. Maybe that is to keep the Xiangyang thing going on, floating. You know, they use wheat.
Is that not the case here? Wheat is the key ingredient for ethanol, the Empire's most valuable source of energy.
Ah, yeah. So. Okay, so that makes more sense. I'm literally, my brain is like, oh shit. So they're doing ethanol and okay, that makes sense. So I was part right. Is to guess to keep the dude floating. Well, don't I look like a proper fool? I was completely taken in by appearance. So this is rather mundane looking wheat field is actually used primarily for growing your fuel source.
I did that the world you call has a completely different history from ours. I can only speculate, but I gather the world you come from must be a cruel and unforgiving place.
I mean, yeah, at times, definitely it is.
Both you and the young lady here, I hope it doesn't offend you, but neither of you look as though you enjoy fighting. You have such kind eyes, so much that I can scarcely imagine you in quarrels to begin with.
I guess. Fuck you. Info, shut up.
And yet, that weapon the young lady carries looks like to be so heavy and dense that even the most seasoned of our warriors would have difficulty handling it. What's more, I can tell she will is natural as if though it were an extension of her body. That people such as yourself have been forced to become adept at combat at such young age.
Okay, I understand what you mean.
Well, that says a great deal about how harsh your world must be.
True. That's so true.
Damn, looks like they're gonna party all night, huh? That benefactor must be some real good shit.
Indeed.
What's going on, man? This is like you. I thought you'd be all on ours about it, you know? These poor people dancing with the meager blessing of the pressure deigned bestowed upon them, or something.
Yes, perhaps under other circumstances I would. But seeing how happy they are right now, it is difficult to find the fault in this.
Man, I like that.
Is that how it is, huh?
It was the pain and starvation I saw so many forced endure that first moved me to rebellion. They were treated more like animals than people. Their smiles in moment of hard-won victory and freedom were so fragile, so honorable. They were nothing like what I see here now. Now that I think of it, I've never seen anyone so filled with joy and peace as this village.
Curse that these sheep don't even know what war is, remember? Gonna be further from our well.
I always hoped that blood of my compatriots and I shed would buy smiles like this. But I never dreamed I would never get to truly get to see them. This world is too perfect for the likes of me.
Man, that's deep, dude.
Tell me, old knight, are you sure we should even be here?
You haven't kidding me? Why would you even ask? You get along great with these people.
I know, but even so, something continues to feel off. I cannot help but wonder. Do a heroic spirit truly have a place on the battlefield of these Lostbelts?
Of all fucking characters to even ask that question, it's Spartacus? Damn. Dude, that is deep, man. That's deep, bruh.
Senpai, are you up?
Having trouble sleeping, Mashu?
Yes, I'm afraid my nerves are still frayed from the battle we fought earlier today. I'm glad we survived thanks to King Shi Huang interceding, but I was still too close for comfort.
Why don't we get some fresh air?
Indeed. Okay, thanks for joining me, Senpai. Man.
Dude, Spartacus is really bringing in philosophical questions. They're like, oh man.
I see the villagers still enjoying their festival. I guess this benefactor must be a huge cause for celebration. Also, I suspect it might be a luxury good, much like alcohol in our own world.
But we have lots of alcohol here. I mean, obviously alcohol tend to be a bit expensive, but people get it. Like a drug makes me a little nervous though. I mean, maybe our perspective is off here since we used to Holmes' habit. I mean, to be fair, there are many drugs and stuff like that that are good. I mean, I'm on drugs, aka medicines, but there are also other like pot and stuff like that. They can have great benefits and stuff like that if used correctly and all, I guess. So I guess that stuff go. Anyway, look like they're going to keep the Shadowbot investigating going through the night. I hope Da Vinci will be case supervising them. They leave us nothing to do for now. Yeah, it feels like forever since we last had free time to ourselves. This little Lostbelt is really peaceful, isn't it? Something wrong? Senpai, I've seen a world like this before. What's up with the music? It was a world of possibilities, united under a single ideal. A temple of time, Legend of Zelda. Yeah, the King of Mages. I mean, Gautier envisioned a history of humanity that was free from strife and suffering. I disagreed with him. There was something about the world completely lacking in pain or adversity that just felt wrong to me. But now, the way people live here seems so close to that world, yet is still rich with life and scent of earth. These people aren't illusions, they're just real as we are. But we're still the world's enemy, indeed we are. Yes, I know. Even after we take this guy into custody and secure an end to, that won't be the end of it. We can't stop fighting until we find the true emptiness, cut it down, and prune this world away like it was originally meant to be. I know this is a rare chance to rest and relax, but when I think about it, I just can't get to sleep. It's been a long time since it's been such a beautiful night sky. Oh, you jumped down, cat. Master, get back! Ah. It would seem I missed my chance. I thought it would be easy to kill you under cover of darkness. I underestimate those who have spent their lives dedicated to the art of war. Even if it would take no more than a single stroke of my sword, I cannot bring myself to sneak up behind and murder someone in cold blood, as I admire the beauty of the night sky. Prince Lanling, but we call a truce right now. No, you and the Emperor call a truce. My master and I agree to no such thing. True? At such a night when everyone else had lowered their guard. Would have been perfect chance to end your master of Chaldea. Oh, scheisse. Only I would like nothing more than for those moved by beautiful things to live out their life in peace and happiness. But now that we have met as enemies, that can never be. I had hoped to end you before you had to feel any need for fear. Forgive me for my incompetence. Did you really think that would be that easy, servant? Queen Lang Yu? Did you honestly believe I would fail to protect our allies in a moment perfect for assassination? Perhaps a true assassin would have been able to elude me, but you? Not a chance. Tch. Whereas like you are meant to cross swords on the fields of battle, not skulk around in the dead of night. Your master must be grossly ignorant of war to send you on a mission so badly suited to your abilities. Silence. I will not suffer an insult to my master. Still, now that I have heard such insolent remarks, I need feel no guilt for drawing my sword. For that you have my thanks, General. Oh! Okay, so we're gonna... I didn't expect this to happen. And shit, it got dark. Fuck! Okay. So, am I gonna die now? I hope not. Please do not kill me. Please, I am sensitive to pain. Ah, okay, so he bring in random puppets. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to bring in an assassin. Oh well. You know what? We do like this. Stella! And wait, that's the. I rush. Good luck, my good man. Dude, actually, when I think about it, Moriarty and Napoleon, like, dude, wouldn't they be pretty bad? I could imagine like something like Aliens, you know, like this, and then Moriarty and Napoleon stand back to back with their big ass cannons, like, and then like Moriarty get taken down, Napoleon about Moriarty, no, Sensei, and he's like, leave on without me, and he's like, something like that. I just thought that would be cool. I think that would be neat. Oui! Sacre Kaboo! Goes the dynamite. Nah, but that would be cool. I could see them team working like, yeah, big machine daddies. Oh my god, that's a lot of HP, man. Okay, let's see what we go. Maybe I should have used it after Meteor. After Merlin. Dude, I like his MP, man. Asteroid! It is so cool. Man. Garden of Avalon. For 2 turns. Deal have a special attack to increase air carry. Queen. That is nice. Look at all the crits and all the MP we got there. Mother. Nice. Ooh, I like this. Okay. Jakuda. I don't feel like it's worth. Yeah, it's use MP on next round. I think that's obviously the best. That's a good move. Power gamer power mode. Whatever. Wait, what did you do? Did you do a weird crit thing there? You bastard. Oh man, I don't like that they get empty down like that. It kind of sucks. And this just gave ignore invisibility. Oh man, I could use that. Okay. Thank you there. Okay, we're gonna do like this. Just to pump out as much fucking damage as possible. We're doing like this. You get the Buster. You know? Buster curse. Man, he did quite a lot of damage there actually. Holy shit. And now comes Super Meteor guy here. I mean Napoleon. Dude, I love that. Oh, he did it on everyone! I forgot that! Oh my god! Dude, that damage, man! Oh my god. Napoleon MP5 fucking monster. Oh, I love that. Oh god. That's awesome. I've stalled long enough. Any chance you have the victory is gone, Prince of Lanling? Queen Lang Yu speaks of the truth. Nighttime though it may be,
Even we, at such a great remove, cannot help but notice such tumultuous commotion.
Eh?
We trust you can hear our voice, Akuta Hinako. What do you have to say for yourself?
Akuta Matata, what a wonderful phrase. I know you may not understand right now, Your Imperial Majesty, but I promise you that everything I've done has been for the prosperity of your empire.
Is that so? Then it would seem you indeed have no intention of honoring our wishes. Now then, what to do with you? We doubt the threat of beheading would be enough to carve you. No, if we were to punish you, then we must take in something else way.
Huh?
Yes, I know. Come here, Quadji Zero.
Quadji Zero? Does that like a fucking mech?
You summon me, Imperial Majesty.
Oh, well, I'm not far off. And you?
We did rip off your core of your chest and smash it to pieces immediately.
Nani?
As you wish, your Imperial Majesty.
Wait, please, wait. I'm sorry, please, anything but that.
So you're able to plead for forgiveness? You must be quite attached to that machine indeed.
Akuta? Please have mercy, I swear I will serve your favor from this moment forward. I'll do anything you ask, anything at all, just please spare his life.
We will hold you to your word, Akuta Hinako. Know that the only reward for defying our will is fear far worse than any mere death.
Yes, Imperial Majesty, I swear, I will never go against your wishes again.
Well done, Queen Liang Yu. You need not concern yourself with that woman any longer.
Understood, Your Imperial Majesty. Lady Lana, I suggest you return to the camp and retire for the night. Senpai?
Let's go. Okay, so he's just gonna be there and like destroy himself. And Akuta seems very keen on not wanting that to happen.
I must ask you once again.
Yes?
Who is this young you speak of?
To answer that, I will need to tell you another very different story first.
The one where the Emperor died before obtaining the Holy Vessel?
That's right. After the Emperor passed, the quest for immortality was seemingly buried with him. You were no exception, as you were kept hidden away in the secret Quadji laboratory. But someone found and reactivated you, a man by the name of Zhang Liang. He went to become one of the many people attempt to rule China for himself after the decline of your king.
Then in this history, I fell into rebel hands.
Zhang Liang wanted to use your superhuman ability to further his own ambitions. So he gave us your surname of Zhang, the first name Yi, and the court's name of Yu, and presented you as his nephew, despite knowing you were not actually human.
Damn.
True, I was only given my cured combat frame long after I was first activated. My written chassis was entirely humanoid.
Dude, that's badass.
No one ever suspected Zhang Liang was lying. Their thoughts seemed to never occur to them. The Emperor had based you on Tai Senra's creation, a machine as advanced as you was beyond anyone's imagination at the time. Imagine.
Then I was treated as a person rather than a device.
Given your appearance, no one had any reason to suspect you were anything other than human, regardless of how exceptional skilled you may have been. In time, future generations would come to know Zhang Yu as one of China's greatest warriors. Yet none of them would even know your true identity nor how you were made.
Something is amiss with your claims. If this young Liang person kept my origins and the truth of my creation a secret, how did you come to learn the truth? Who are you really?
Yeah. I'm just a drifter.
Like the anime?
One who came to this Lostbelt soul to be reunited with you, my beloved Lord Xiang Yu.
Huh? What's going on? What's up with that? I'm just a drifter. I mean, it makes me think of like There's some anime with that. Oh yeah, balls. Nice. Chinese balls, I like them. But yes, I will actually cut for now, and I will continue with more FGO later on. So thank you for watching, see you later on, and I will continue super great day.